Good morning from Davidson Center, which is one of the most important museums in Jerusalem, and you will see immediately what we are going to do today. This is the city as more or less today. You can see the Temple Mount that built by King Herod, the plaza that King Herod built to create the Jewish temple, which used to be here. Today it's the Dome of the Rock, the site of the Muslims. The Western Wall Plaza is here, but the Western Wall goes all the way to here. You can see how big it is, and this is the Muslim quarter of today. We are going to visit that part of the Western Wall, Southern Wall, and other places next to it. Then we are dedicating that to everyone watching that video, but especially to a couple that's celebrating their anniversary at the end of July. And this is not less than John and Agnes Noel. And already at the entrance you can see a few more things. For example, look at the column. That used to be actually one of the stones that had been destroyed by the Romans at 70 AD, one of the stones of the temple that King Herod built, and there's an inscription of it that says, Emperor Caesar Vespasianus Augustus and Emperor Caesar Titus, sons of Vespasianus Augustus. Da-da-da. Those are the two who destroyed the Jewish temple. And another thing that you can see here is the legion who stayed here 10 Frontases. Here it is. Next to the other side, you can see something from the 7th and 8th century AD, part of the Umayyad, the Muslim who controlled that city at that time. The Muslims who built Al-Aqsa Mosque, which you can actually see here. And here you can see part of a gate from the temple time, from King Herod time. Then so many things in one place, and this is the beauty of it. What you can see here in front of you is the corner of the Southern Wall and the Western Wall. First, let's go to the Western Wall, and because I want to bless that cross at the 1st century floor. Sorry, the Western Wall. Can you see the ugly bridge? Ugly wooden bridge? That's the entrance for non-Muslims into the Temple Mount, and I do have a lot of videos of the Temple Mount. Behind it, it's the Western Wall Plaza. It's only 35 degrees today. Only. You can see the original stairs and the current one. There are a million things to see here. But because it's so hot, I will do that slowly. Oh, almost fell. And there's always something else to see here. To the right and to the left you can see the stones of King Herod Palace, of temple, but it was built by the Umayyad. The Muslims built here palaces as well. The drums that you can hear is part of the Bar Mitzvah ceremonies that we have now. I mean, look at that stone. The cornerstones, look how big they are. Not easy to excavate here or to create it. I mean, not easy. Until today there are so many dilemmas about how King Herod built that amazing place. As I believe, the legion, the Roman legion actually been here. There are some bakeries that we find here and Roman bath, and he actually been at the the temple that left. sorry, when Vespasianus and Titus destroyed at 70 AD, somewhere in the middle of the way they said, oh, it's difficult to destroy. Then why to destroy it if we can actually maintain it and use it for us? And they built, as I believe, a palace there. We found a few more things. Look at that inscription. The original are at the Israeli Museum called Lebetet Kia, and here it is. It looks like that. To the place of trumpeting too. In the Second Temple time, they used to announce when Shabbat or the holiday begins by using the trumpet. And it was just there. There's so many evidence for the existence of the temple. Remember, it's a part of the one of the gates, maybe the gate that was here, and we will talk about it soon, because what I want you to see, then first of all, it's a remain of a street. And you can see that something happened to here. At 70 AD, the Romans destroyed the temple, and they threw the stones to here. You can see that there we didn't deal with it, but here we took the stones out, and we're actually walking on the Second Temple time street that was built by King Herod, and maybe by his by Agrippas later on. But right here there was a bridge, and through there the priest or the important people could enter. And what you can see from the bridge is those floating stones. Then the bridge was like that. The floating stone is here, and the end of it might be here next to the shops. Ta-da-da! And if you remember, Jesus put them away. Maybe those were the shops. Well, you know the Western Wall, but there's another plaza here of families who wants to pray together, men and women. A lot of them are Reformed Jews from America. There's not a big, but not a small groups of Reformed Jews in Israel as well. Then this is part of the collapse stones that been destroyed by the Romans. If you want to have your own cross and you wanted to bless it in a Jewish or Christian place, and for me, the Western Wall, the temple, it's a Jewish Christian place. Jesus was here 3 times a year as well. Then if you want me to do that, at the description, the text beneath it, you will find Buy Me a Coffee link, and you will understand that you can buy yourself one of those products, crosses, or Bible, holy products, Holy Bible, and you can, I will bless it in one of the places that you will choose. I will upload a video of it, and I will send you the link, and of course I will send you the product itself, the cross. And this amazing Jerusalem cross is, let's say, next week, or in about 2 weeks from now, we'll send to John and Agnes. That's celebrating the wedding. Only 35 years. I'm kidding. It's a lot. And I'm so happy that you choose to do that for yourself. Lovely. Lovely. Then let's continue. From right now, it's going to be sunny. You know what? Let me see if I can. Yeah. Oh, no, they closed it. I wanted to show you something else. Let me see if I can reach there. Not so easy here, as you can see. You can now, we are followed by the bar mitzvah ceremonies. I have so many videos of it. Those are Roman baths. I'm not sure that I will be able to reach there, but Roman bath of the League, of the 10th League. And this is a Jewish mikveh, a Jewish ritual bath. The Jews, before they entered to the holy site of the temple, had to purify themselves. I'm sure that you watched my Pool of Siloam video, and you could see there the biggest mikveh ever. No, they won't let me reach there's another mikveh here, but certainly they won't let me reach the Roman bath. It's a huge Roman bath here, used by the soldiers, the Roman soldiers who occupied the city here and destroyed the Jewish temple. All right, we tried. Then we saw a little bit of the western wall, but no, the unknown one. There is a beautiful, the shofar. The idea of the shofar is to ask God to listen to the prayer, and the child, age 13, will pray for the first time in front of everyone, and from that moment he will be a man. Jesus did it at the age of 12. But I don't know what's happened to his parents. They forgot him in the temple. Then let's go through the southern wall, and we will reach more or less to the end of it. There are excavations here as well. I do have a video of it. You can watch it on my YouTube channel, and if it is the first video of yours, then please don't forget to subscribe to it. Be part of my family. I'm not working now because of the war. I'm too old to find something else. My aim is to guide you to spread love all over the Holy Land and the world. I got that mission from the Dalai Lama in India, and I took it seriously. The palaces of the Umayyad, the first Muslims who occupied the city, was here. And you can see the wall from 16th century, built by Suleiman the Magnificent. Gosh, it's hot and no more shade. But it's such an important thing. I want you to see the entrance to the temple. I'm sure that Jesus and any other Jew use it 3 times a year. Why 3 times a year? According to God, the only place to pray was here at the Jewish temple. This is the only house of God. A synagogue is not a house of God. Synagogue, it's a house of prayer now. But at the time of the temple, the time of Jesus, the only place to pray was there. Jesus didn't pray in the synagogues. He was preaching. He was studying the Torah. He was reading the Torah. But he didn't pray. This is the place to pray. You can see the Jewish quarter, which is new. It's new because it's been destroyed by the Jordanians at 1948 when they occupied the city from United Nations. The old city was supposed to be owned by United Nations, not by Israel, not by Palestine. Let's climb up. I didn't do that for a long time. Let me suffer a little bit more. But it's beautiful. The view is amazing from there. We'll have to go all the way back. But the view is such an amazing view. I don't need to go to the gym tonight. Not that I'm going to the gym anyhow, but not tonight. Aha! Tell me if it's not beautiful. It's such a beautiful sight. All right, what we can see from here. Let's start from the Jewish quarter. You can see the well, you can see one of the synagogues that are rebuilt. It's been destroyed by the Jordanian in 1948. You can see it's supposed to be here. And now we are rebuilding it. That's why in that picture is not there. Jewish quarter is new. Mount Zion is right there. From there you can see gosh, I'm not breathing, it's so hot. The Dormition Church, Mount Zion. The House of Mary, next to it is the Room of the Last Supper and the Tomb of King David. If you're Catholic, oh no, it's too big, it's too big. Now it's excellent. You can see the church of Peter in Gallicanto, the house of the high priest. That's where Jesus was taken after Garden of Gethsemane. Behind that mount is actually not so far away from here. It's the city, from there it's the city of Bethlehem and the Nativity Church. That valley represents City of David. The City of David is behind that wall. Let's walk through it here. It's beautiful, isn't it? And you can see Mount of Olives, the Jewish cemetery, and yes, you can see the tower as well. This is the Ascension Church. That's where Jesus ascended into heaven, but more than that, he promised us to come back. We are heading to that part. That part is full with things from one gate of King Solomon, and a wall from King Solomon time. Whoa, 1950 BC, 950 BC. Unbelievable, isn't it? The stairs to the temple, we're gonna climb and try to enter into it. And mikvahs, we already know what is a mikveh, a Jewish ritual bath. You must be pure before we are entering. And in between is the Kidron Valley. Let me take the cross. Oh, you can see a bar mitzvah ceremony. At least I can see them. I don't know if you can see it. Next to the dung gate, the garbage gate. All right, we have to go all the way back. This is a medieval structure. But one more thing that I forgot to mention, this is the wall of the city that was built by Suleiman the Magnificent, 16th century. That wall there, basically the lower part, is from King Herod time. He built it for the Jewish temple. He wanted to create something huge. Then, a little bit of shade. This is part of Al-Aqsa Mosque. Al-Aqsa Mosque. For the Muslims, Muhammad reached Al-Aqsa, and you will see the dome of it soon. From there he went to the foundation stone, which was the Jewish temple site, and ascended into heaven to meet God himself. God gave him the 5 prayers of a day. When he went back, he met Gabriel himself, that Abraham and Isaac met there at the same place, Mount Moriah, and Mary met as well, and Zechariah of John the Baptist, the father of John the Baptist, met as well. The messenger gave him 2 glasses to Muhammad, one of milk, one of wine, and asked him to choose between those 2 glasses. He chose the milk. And then the angel told Muhammad, because of it, we are not adding any more chapters to the Quran, and you as Muslims cannot drink alcohol anymore. Then for the Muslims, it's only the 3rd important place, but as my Muslim friend said, there's no differences between those 3. Then it's one of 3 important sites. For the Jews, it's the only important site. For the Christian, it's not so important. It's important because of history's sake, but not because of religious reasons. Yeah, maybe more or less, yes, but the idea is that God, Jesus, will be in each of the churches. As you remember, a synagogue is not like that, and this is the huge difference between a synagogue and, gosh, I'm melting, totally melting. I wasn't planning to do that, but let's go to a Byzantine house from the 6th and 7th century that survived the Muslim side. Why I'm doing it to myself? Oh, there's a shade there. Then of course there's a reason for that. Then this is the house. You can see the mosaic floor. Let us get used to the darkness. And we're going back to the sun. Yes, we must. Then a building from, when I say Byzantine, I'm talking about Christians. It's the same Romans that we know who occupied the city and Israel. And then at the 4th century, Constantine and St. Helen convert them into Christianity. Then Jerusalem became a very important site for them. It's not only the Holy Week, it's very important, the Holy Week, but Jesus was here 3 times a year. The first time that he visited the temple was at the presentation at the temple. All right, for right now, it's gonna be sunny, but look how beautiful it is. And guess what? We are the only one here. Later on, my bus station is right there, and the other side of it, it's City of David. I already took a video of it, but look how beautiful it is. Hulda Gates, where there are 2 gates here, and we will see them. It looks like that. I don't know if I can actually, come on, it's too difficult for me. It looks like that. The inner part, it still survives. Looks like here. It's entered through the Hulda Gate. It's the inner part was through the underground into it. What left for us is that gate. It's a small part of the gate. Above it is a Roman inscription that the Muslims use it as a secondary use. And this is important. All right, you can see the two entrances. One is right here, and you can see the dome of the Al-Aqsa, and you can see the another gate right there, and we are going to reach that gate. Remember, 3 arches, although I think it was only 2 arches. It's called the Ophel, mentioned in the Bible. Ophel, it's from the word to lehapil, to go up. And as you can see, we are climbing up. Stones are very old, from the time of King Herod. And look how difficult it was to climb up. First of all, you need to purify your body. We saw the mikvahs. And then, if you saw the video of of Pool of Siloam that I uploaded lately, oops, you can see that the stairs are a little bit strange. Wide, narrow. Wide, narrow. The idea is to prepare yourself to the most important thing for the Jews, to enter to the Jewish temple. Then instead of looking downstairs, you will be able to look upstairs. And you cannot run. You have to enter slowly, slowly into the holy site. Christians, at the time they weren't Christians, although we can actually say that after Jesus' time they were Christians, but I'm not sure that they saw themselves as that. Non-Jews can enter to the temple, but until a certain place, and from that place they actually could read in Latin and in Greek, that only Jews can continue. You can see some of the stones from the time of King Herod. And from time to time there are inscriptions on top of it. The Muslims didn't let them enter to the Al-Aqsa, to the Jewish side. Then they actually walk around the walls. And some of them left some inscriptions on the wall. City of David and Mount of Olives. You can see the 3 arches. That is original. And now you can see that it looks like a gate. The Muslims that built later on Al-Aqsa copied the same idea, and they built the entrances, because from here you can enter to the Jewish temple. It's like indoor enter, but only this site is original, and those stones, and those stones. The rest, the arch, is from the Muslim time. And we think that there were only 2 entrances, not 3 like that. And this is the end of the southern wall. I'm heading now to the bus, if I'll survive. But on the way, I want you to see a few things that don't say goodbye. I'm sure that you already become part of my family and you subscribe to my channel, if you can send that link or send the link of my channel to all of your friends who love the history of the Holy Land. Gosh, I'm actually losing another 4 kilos now. Vibrating. You see how it looks like the entrance behind you. You can see it beautifully now. I forgot to mention the corner, that corner of the southern and the eastern wall are so important for us because as Christians, because when the devil tried Jesus, he tried it from him, and from there he told him, jump, if you believe in God, he will catch you. And the cradle of Jesus, presentation at the temple, the room that he actually been there at that time when he was 40 days old, was there as well. You can see that this is kind of a new wall, an ugly one. The only one who can maintain that place are the Jordanians. Then in that case, what can I say? I'm not sure that they really care about the Jewish temple. For them and for the Muslims, at the beginning it was the Jewish temple, but lately, because of political reasons, they forgot about it, and actually in 2000, they tried to destroy most of the archaeological finds from the temple, and they made a huge mistake. They actually threw everything into the Kidron Valley, and then what left for us, and you can do that too, is to excavate, and we already found so many evidence from the temple and from the Crusader time as well. I'm not sweating. I think about an air-conditioned bus. I want you to see the wall from King Solomon time. Dan, can you wait with me? Yes, thank you. And then we will say goodbye. You can see now better the southern and eastern part of the wall. So many evidence of mikvahs here, but we already know it, and we are going to see the gate. John and Angus. It's a surprise. You didn't expect that video. If I can, I'm adding one more site into it. Guys, this is the wall of King Solomon, and this is kind of a gate. We're entering a gate from 950 BC. Da 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 da. Gosh. See the wall here. A wall of and a gate. Am I going to do that or not? should I go out of the city, or I should take you? Nah, you know what? I must take you. Let me take you to another place. I know that I'm crazy. I can see Al-Aqsa Mosque, the Dome of Al-Aqsa. Yeah, let me take you there. Because I'm going to strawberry fields. I have to walk 11,000 stairs a day, steps a day. Then I'm doing it. I'm taking you to that area, and then we will say goodbye. Let me see if they will, if I can enter there. Then it's like a, and this is the story of Jerusalem: city on top of a city, on top of a city, on top of a city, on top of a city. Yeah, it's open. And what I'm going to take you, let me see if they, a lot of mikvahs. There's a lot of mikvahs, remember, Jewish ritual bath. Now let me enter to at least one of them. You must be purified before you're entering the temple. Today they are using the mikvahs. Not those mikvahs, as you can see. A man is doing it at least once a week before Shabbat. A woman is supposed to do that at least a week after she's getting her period. Then once a month. And if they are entering into the Jewish places, Jewish temple, because you know now twice a day you can enter, you must go to use a mikveh. One more mikveh. Let's climb up. Can't believe that I'm doing it. Look at the view. All right, my friends, thank you very much for being with me on that beautiful tour. And I'm going to take my bus, which is there. For that, I will have to go all the way back. Bye bye. See you in my next video.